Welcome to another edition of Retro 79, and today we are going to be looking at the Savage World line Thundercats. And today's figurine, Slide, okay, the 5.5 action figure. As you can see already, this one has opened. My daughter, again, the culprit, crept in. And of course, every toy that comes into the house these days, it has to be hers. So, yeah, just to get started, we'll start with the backing card. This is quite nice. As you can see, this is for the bad guys. Because in the background you have home of Big Bad Mumra. His famous pyramid here in the background. You've got these, the red clouds and electrical thunderstorms of Third Earth and the dark reds. Really cool. Okay, so I like that. I like that they put that in there and that they differentiated between the two, the superheroes or the good guys and the bad guys. Now, bad points here. Who is this guy? That doesn't look like Slide. Yeah, and he's carrying completely different weapon to what you're going to get in the packet. Also, this logo, it's not the original logo. I think this is from another line that they used, and yeah, it's okay. It's a bit 2000s Photoshop kind of style going on here, but it is, it's got the original typeface, and yeah, it's okay. It will pass. But yeah, really cool backing card art here. That's really cool compared to what we get in the other reviews that I showed you recently, which was from the Savage World horror movie characters, which was very generic background card art, poorly done. And if you're going to do like some really cool figures, make sure you have a really good backing card as well. Like GI Joe is a perfect example of how to do really great card art, really cool painting of the character on the side, catches your eye. Don't just sell it just on the figure. You gotta have like really cool packaging as well. And like this packaging, it's okay. I remember when I was a kid and I would get my GI Joe, and I'd be really careful to take off the bubble, just to make sure that the backing card was was kept tidy, that I didn't tear any of the card off. So I made sure to be very careful. That's how good the backing card, and that's a sign of a good backing card art. That a kid would go to that effort to make sure that the backing card design illustration was kept perfect, so they could just put it up on their wall, or they could keep it like as a file, or things like that. Kids love to keep all that stuff, and so really, Funko, work a bit more on your card art. That's where you have to sell it a bit more. Now on the back, as you can see here, absolutely battered. My daughter made a real mess of this, but here are some of the other toys in the line. Some really cool stuff here. Um, really dig the Mumra. Sorry about the camera. Really dig this Mumra figure here. This looks wicked compared to the original Mumra figurine, which totally, I don't know where they were going with it. It's one of the poorer figures in the original Thundercats line from LGN Toys. But this one is right on song. Really cool looking headdress. Uh, it's just perfect build. He just fits the bill here. It's really great. Now, also, this would be another figure I'd love to get. The Monkian figure. Yeah, he just looks perfect. Look at his head. Yeah, one of my favorite characters. Even though he was a bit one of those silly silly Billy characters. Um, Still, he looked really cool, and this is a great version of him. I really like that. Jackal is okay, yeah, not bad, but definitely this one of the stronger ones. This is well excellent. Um, Pantro, nah, I have the original Pantro, and this doesn't do anything for me. He looks too. His build is yeah, it just doesn't fit, and his head, it just doesn't. He doesn't. He's not Pantro for me. Tigra, yeah, this is tidy. That's a good. That's a good Tigra. Definitely would love to pick that up. Perfect. Really nice design. Perfect head sculpt. Excellent. And Chitara, yeah, that's good. Another good one. Weird. Her shoulders look really, really. Yeah, she doesn't look very athletic. Chitara is the speedster of the Thundercats, so she should have like a runner's physique, and her shoulders, yeah, they just look. She looks a bit too soft. No, Lionel, again, not too good in this. His head looks massive. It just looks a bit ridiculous. The colors are spot on, but I don't like his head sculpt. He's got a Barry Gibbs kind of thing going on there with the Bee Gees. I don't know what he's doing with that. That just does not look good. Nice, nice sword, and a very cool glove, which comes in the original color. But I've seen on Retro Dan, who did look at these figures, and you cannot put the sword into the gauntlet or the glove, uh, which is a shame. That would have been cool. Or they could have made like a play mechanism where the sword could extend, change in size. That would have been cool. I think it would have been easy to do that. It could just extend back into the handle, which would have been a cool idea. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad toy line. There's definitely three of these figures I definitely pick up. Mumra, Tigra, very strong, and yeah, the Monkey figure is just that's fantastic. Really love that. Really dig that, and yeah, that would be cool as well. Jackalman would be a nice one to pick up. Now, let's get back to the figure that we're looking at today, and the figure we're looking at today is Slide. Now, first off, good points. The head, perfect. Really cool expression. Love the way that the one eye is done like this. He just looks exactly. This is a typical expression you would get. Sneaky, slimy lizard Slide from the cartoon. And really nice, perfect head sculpt. It's good. He doesn't have a neck. And really lovely paint job. Nice colors. Cool ears. The ears are just cool. And love these kind of these fins, this reptilian fins, or yeah, on the top here, really cool. What's going on with that paint job there? Bit of a, I don't know, is that because I scratched it or whatever? But yeah, cool. The upper torso, yeah, really cool. Nice designs here. Could have put a bit of detailing here on the sash, or is it a sash or is it leather straps? It's so soft it looks like it could be a sash, which I don't think it should be. I think it should be kind of leather straps. Doesn't really look like it. Nice colors, a little bit pale. Could have been a bit brighter, and that's kind of problem with some of the other figures as well. The colors are a bit muted. Could be a bit more colorful, and nice patterns, but they are a bit too uniform. It doesn't look very natural. Looks more like a military pattern, than a natural kind of pattern. It's the same. I don't know, is it the same on both sides? It does look a bit too uniform, and could have, mixed that up a bit. Really cool. He's got his tail coming down the back here, and Yeah, this is okay here. The head sculpt is perfect. This, it could have varied it up a bit here, made one a bit longer, one or two, had it progressing in different sizes coming down the back, which would have been a bit cooler. Because this looks a bit too, they all look a bit too small. Could have been a bit more pronounced. But yeah, no, it's really cool. Really nice sculpt on the arms. Really cool. Look at those triceps. He's been working out on his dips. Not bad. Really nice paint application. A little bit off here. But overall, top half is really good. Now, the problem I have with this is the legs. I know that they're trying to follow the Savage Worlds line and trying to keep them all, a la Masters of the Universe style. But this build here, the legs are too long. His upper body should be much bigger, and his belly should be like down to here, yeah, really. And another big issue as well, if you're going to do a remake of the figures, it's a figure from the 1980s, so you got to be making a figure that's better than the original. And this, for me, the head sculpt, maybe, but the rest, it's not as good as the original. The original figure I never had, but was one of the cooler figures in the line. And then he's got this generic axe. I don't know if this is from the original cartoon. I don't think so, because it looks like something from the Dark Ages as opposed to post-apocalyptic Third Earth, which is what Thundera was. I think it was like Earth of the future. That's why they call it Third Earth. I think it's the third iteration of Planet Earth. It's a post-apocalyptic Planet Earth. But yeah, it's a nice figure. It's a really cool figure. But then again, though, which would I prefer? If I had a choice between the original slide and this slide, I would go for the original, definitely. Despite having an excellent head sculpt, really cool. I think it's just a bit too bland. Yeah, they could have varied it up a bit. I don't know. They're trying to keep the same look in all the figurines, but no, it would have been nicer if they, dropped, give him a different build. Like the Cheetara. You can see Cheetara on the back. Her build. She, of course, she's not going to have the same muscle bound build as the other male heroes, so she's a bit more lithe. But yeah, they could have done that with Slide. They could have given him a different build compared to, rather than using, his build is a little bit different in the torso. He's not as like muscular. He doesn't have a six-pack and that, but yeah, he should be more of a Lothario. He should have like more hunched over kind of look, and his head should be more coming this way and that, So apart from that, it's a nice figure. Looks good. I didn't like it at first. I got it on sale, but it's nice. It's a nice addition, and yeah, if I could get the original slide, I definitely would prefer that to this version. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining my channel. Subscribe and hit the like button. Any comments, please feel free, and any questions as well, please feel free to drop those in the comment section, and I would love to hear from you and hear what your thoughts are on this figurine. Do you like it? Is it better than the original? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Let me know. I'd love to chat. So that's all. See you next time with another video, and take care, all of you who are under lockdown, and hopefully this thing passes over soon. But Best of health to you and your families. All the best from Retro 79.